Hello and welcome to another Yap Reacts. We got the Skeleton Crew trailer coming up. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, we got was it Goonies in space?
I'm here
Apparently,
for it.
which I'm not. I mean, I'm not too well versed on the Goonies, so like, that means little to me. I know the people in the Goonies. That's about it.
Everything that I've seen of like the original, like the teaser trailer and stuff, has been very like 80s, like very nostalgia feeling. Similarly, I would say because I think Stranger Things is also kind of like Goonies based, it has a lot of those similar vibes. So
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down, and I like Jude Law.
Same.
He did a great job as Dr. Watson. You know that's what I
That's
think
true.
of
I
him the
forgot
most
he's
as.
in those. I forgot
Yeah,
he's in those movies.
I love those movies. I'm still waiting on the third one. Um, but yeah, let's get to this reaction and see what this trailer's got in store for us.
Let's do it.
What are you in for?
Very
Sick.
80s.
What are you in for?
I found something buried in the woods.
Dad,
This is unacceptable. Do you understand?
what do you think it is?
I love it already.
Aw,
Don't touch anything.
I've only had Neil for 5 seconds. I'll kill for him.
I would die for Neil. Okay, I love that there's like one adult. You know, it's like all kids, and then one adult who's like, why are my kids like this?
We just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up.
Whoa!
Where'd you two find an old Republic credit?
Oh,
Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership.
look at him.
Move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay. Neil? Neil?
A crew of
Smash.
murderous pirates is coming.
Are we playing that game?
Ooh,
Pirate?
Something's wrong.
If Hondo
Not
Onaka
going
is
to
not
just turn up. We need to find them.
in this show,
We're not alone down here.
Be
that's a
warned
Porgalit.
of booby traps.
maybe?
Pirates.
Also, I didn't.
Where none dare to go.
You know, we also got Pirate Urkel.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh, a 2 episode premiere.
Cool.
It, it gave me all the good vibes of like season 1 of Stranger Things, the first Guardians of the
Mhm.
Galaxy. Not that I didn't like the other two, but like,
Yeah. Oh,
you know.
yeah. Uh huh. Which I feel like played a lot into the 80s vibes too, with the music, especially.
Yeah. So I'm on board. I feel like this is fresh. You know, Star Wars fandom. Be normal about these children. They're children. Don't make a
Please.
repeat of Jake Lloyd. All right,
That would be
but
That would be not. I'm looking at the cast list and the voice, at least the voice, I don't know about who is in like the suit who plays Neil, but it is a
mhm,
child. It is a kid.
mhm.
So that's cool. That it's like really is all children. I love
And they get
this.
to go on an adventure in Star Wars. Like, who did not imagine that watching Star Wars as a kid? Like, getting lost in some adventure.
And you know what? I've seen, not to like, I don't want to be negative. But I've seen people be like, "Oh, this looks too like normal. Like, it's just a normal school. It doesn't look like space." Blah blah blah. But I kind of love the idea that there are people in the galaxy that are just like living mundane, everyday lives where they go to school or they have kids and go to work, and their kids go to school, just like here. And then this like cool extra terrestrial extraordinary thing happens that exists in the universe, obviously, but it's not something that they come by every day, and I like that. I think that's cool.
I mean, so when I see that criticism, it doesn't make sense to me because I mean, you have the Mandalorian season 3, and that looked to be like a normal classroom. But besides
Mhm.
that, the only other educational facilities that we have seen in some kind of visual media would be the Imperial Academy, which is very much straight laced and
Mhm.
uniform and feels like a military academy would,
Right.
and the Jedi Temple, which is definitely going to feel much more science, sci-fi, sci-fantasy than what everyday people would experience,
Mhm.
because it's not just teaching them, history and math, and they have PE. Like, they're teaching them about the spiritual world and how to manipulate and use it and let it flow through them. Like, it's going to have a much more ethereal vibe.
Yeah.
So I
No,
don't understand
exactly.
that criticism. Besides,
Right.
it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It's like, you don't know what that means.
Well, it's
I've
like
never gotten a straight answer.
there
Besides, it
are
needs to have lightsabers.
there's got to be people in the galaxy that do like normal people jobs,
Yeah,
that go to like a normal school to get an education. Like, it's still a society, they got to
we
do all the
live in
same
a
stuff.
society.
They got to do all the same stuff we have to do here, like our taxes, probably. There's some space accountants, I'm sure, out there.
We know there are lawyers in Star Wars. Yaddle. If you read The Living Force, Yaddle was like the Jedi liaison that had to deal with like lawsuits and claims against damage like that were caused by the Jedi, which I think is hilarious. But like, so these things exist. So it's like, fantasy. I don't ever think there's a work of fantasy that 100% of it does not is like separate from our world. There's always something that you know there's a Venn diagram in every fantasy work with the real world.
No, yeah, for sure, because that's how it's written in this world. So obviously, we're going to use our real world inspirations. And I think my favorite thing about Star Wars is one of my favorite things that comes from the real world is that because the original Star Wars was filmed in the 70s, Han and Luke and all the other characters had very 70s style hair. And so that has just been the canon hairstyles of the like Republic era, or not Republic,
Yeah.
but like Galactic Empire era.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see that through even like the post Return of the Jedi stuff. So I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, let us know in the comments below what you thought of the trailer, what you're thinking of Skeleton Crew, any predictions that you might have. I have none. Well, I think both Brooke and I have the same wish that Hondo Ohnaka shows up. I would
We know he's around. We know he's alive.
Yep, he's alive
We've
at
been to
least through.
Galaxy's Edge.
And I also wish that Black Sun is somehow featured. They don't have to be
Mm.
prominent. They can just be
Mhm.
kind of around. I'm a Black Sun fan, so let's see. But let us know in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to me here, to YapSeshPod on YouTube. Follow
Yes.
Brooke _Bedazzler _ on all the things.
All the things.
May the force be with you. And remember, until next time, there are more of us.